one thing that highly improves the results that ChatGPT can give you is task deconstruction. And I don't even need to go into ChatGPT in this specific video because it's really easily explained. And it's something that I would just do whenever the task becomes too big, or you want to improve different parts of a task separately. For example, in the last video, reverse prompt engineering, I showed writing a full Facebook ad, which consists of 10 headlines and a body text. And this would be a really good split to first work on the 10 headlines separately without the body text. Make sure that these headlines are really good and that you like them. And once you have these perfect headlines, then you go on and write the text. And maybe you generate 3, 4, 5 text alternative options for A/B split testing from it. And then you can work on each different text separately. You make the one text longer, you make the other text shorter, you make the next text about storytelling, and then you make the other text just in bullet points. And then you have 4 really good different formats that will give you really good split testing results, because only if you split test things that are different, you can expect wildly different results. And so I would always deconstruct, for example, the headline generation from the text generation and work on each thing separately. Another thing where I really like task deconstruction is, for example, for a big landing page. Landing pages and sales pages are one of the most important things of every funnel, and they mainly consist of different sections. I've made a whole masterclass about that topic, which is called Sales Funnel Strategy. And there I show this landing page template, which is like a God spot, which is the above the fold section. Then you have why, a why section, a what section, a how section, a trust section, potentially some other added sections, and a call to action section. And by just writing the whole page, I mean, you can start with that as a first task to tell ChatGPT, hey, I have this format here, this is my style, this is my briefing, this is my context, act as a genius conversion optimized marketing copywriter for landing pages. And then you give it that why, what, how, trust format style briefing, and it gives you a first draft of the whole page. If the message is not too long. If the messages get too long, sometimes ChatGPT just stops within the conversation, within the sentence, and you know that, okay, the whole message isn't finished. Then you just write a continue, and it continues the message. This is done because of the 25 words limit of the GPT-4 Pro version. Because if you could generate really long messages and a full page or a full book within just one response, that would kind of work around the 25 messages limit. So if I have a landing page consisting of these different sections, I would deconstruct the page and work on the above the fold God spot section until I have the perfect God spot. Then I go to the why section and I work on the why section until I have the perfect why section. Then to the what, to the how, to the trust, to the call to action. And in the end, I have 5 or 6 separate, really good sections, which can then all be put into one landing page. And this is nothing, no more steps are needed from ChatGPT. I just give all the different sections, I put them into one Google Docs, and I give that to my designer or to my web designer so that he can input the text into the page. This is a very common task deconstruction situation for us or for any agency or for anyone that writes copy or provides sales pages or landing pages. Another good example would be writing a 20-step remarketing email funnel, which over time should nurture the customer of our specific brand, where ChatGPT is hopefully briefed with the template accordingly. You give it 20 different emails. Some are emotional, some are pitches, some are nurturing, some are value-driven, some are like a testimonial, success story, some highlight your authority, some highlight whatever. General, just the mix between pitching and marketing and relation building and all that. And you have one whole funnel, and you can let ChatGPT generate that funnel first, and then you can't let it write on 20 different emails at the same time. So you pick the first one and you let it write the whole first email according to a specific style tone briefing. For example, you give it a really nice email from another brand where there's nice headlines, nice intro, nice whatever, sales psychology, good call to action, and some good image, or you get a description from ChatGPT what kind of images you could put into that email, and you use that for the first email. Now you have the first email. Then you do it for the second email, which should be about a different topic, about maybe a different angle of your brand or a different success story that you want to highlight in your email. And then you write each email separately, work with ChatGPT on one email until that email is fully finished, and you take the fully finished emails, you put them into your docs, or you send them to your email marketer to put in your MailChimp or ActiveCampaign tools, and you just write all the emails until they are finished. And then for each different email, you can tell ChatGPT to come up with different versions, different alternatives. For example, if you have a specific Christmas campaign or any scarcity event campaign ongoing, then I would not only send one email, but I send 5 or 7 emails to the same customers that we have a very specific Christmas offer right now, or Easter or anniversary offer. And I have 5 or 7 different ways to engage these customers in that specific scarcity campaign, which is really, really nice. And this can only work, especially this come up with alternatives, come up with shorter versions, iterations, improve onto the specific task. This only works if you break down the tasks efficiently and logically in a good way, where it's easy for you to work on one email until it's done, then come up with 5 options or alternatives, improve them a bit, and gather all that copywriting, all that content for the next marketing steps, which would be actually building the emails. And so this is a really good example that shows you that you would never write a whole funnel with 20 different emails in the same thing, in the same priming, in the same sitting basically, because it's just too much priming to hold. You always struggle with the responses being too long, and then you always have to write continue, and it just gets messy, and you run into the risk of losing priming and quality not being good. Another thing why that is really important is that if you work on one email, which is, for example, a success story of one of your testimonials, another email can be a new product launch. The whole format, the sales psychology, the order, the content, the sections of these emails are extremely different. So you don't want to put both of these email concepts into the same AI priming. I would almost call it learning phase, because it's just like a Facebook or a TikTok or a YouTube or a Google ad algorithm learning phase, where the algorithm learns from everything that's doing. With every new message, it learns, it continues to deepen its understanding of what you were trying to achieve. And if you have different formats, or you have the same learning phase for the what section of a page and the same learning phase for a how section of the page, or a why section, or a trust, or a CTA section, then it just gets messed up, and they mix, and this doesn't work, because you want them to be separate as one congruent work. So I would deconstruct email funnels into separate emails, landing page into different sections, website into different sub pages, and each sub page into different sections, ads into headlines and body texts. And for example, a video script, if it's a short one, you have it in one learning phase. A longer video script could be, it also has different video sections, right? It has the hook, it has the pain, it has the pleasure, it has the call to action, or you have pleasure, storytelling, USPs, benefits, call to action, and then you again could cut that into different pieces and work on each individual piece individually for as long as you need to be fully optimized. If you use ChatGPT for coming up with new product ideas or product pricing or offer creation, each product should be one learning phase, one conversation, one priming in itself. Also, if you have one core product, which we call flagship product, and then you have different upsells, then I would use, each of these own products need to be kind of well designed. So I would again cut into logical, good pieces that you only work on the main product first, and then you work on upsell 1, upsell 2, or you work on variant 1, variant 2, and you can generate the whole product descriptions and the whole product offer development with ChatGPT if you brief it accordingly with the template and with all the knowledge of how to create a good offer, how to use sales psychology, how to do all the stuff. And you could even ask ChatGPT to tell you where are the best possible cuts to put into your big work. For example, I have a landing page with different sections. ChatGPT, where and how should I deconstruct this specific task to work on individual subtasks individually so that in the end I get the best possible result. And you can maybe try that out, find out new cool versions, and just overall improve your workflow and the output quality.